Hello subscribers, here's another review. This time it's the Mattel Jurassic World Wave 2 Attack Pack Herrerasaurus figure. Now I got this figure at Walmart for $8. And this was one of my most anticipated Mattel Jurassic World figures because the Herrerasaurus was one of my favorite creatures from Jurassic Park the game. And I've been wanting a figure of that Herrerasaurus ever since. And it's a good thing Mattel made the good decision to make a figure of that dinosaur, of course based on the one from the game because of the color scheme. And I'm so glad to have this figure because when I saw this figure in the toy fair images, like this, it really got me excited for the line. Now, for the packaging, it's really basically the same thing except it has the new label there, which shows that this is a Wave 2 release. And on the back, it has 4 new figures here, which is of course the orange Velociraptor, the Stygimoloch, the Dimorphodon, and of course the one we'll be looking at today, the Herrerasaurus. And I think some people said they've been finding the new Roarivores at their Walmart, the Ceratosaurus, Ankylosaurus, and Pteranodon, but I didn't find those at my Walmart, sadly. All I saw was the Wave 2 blind bags and attack packs. I will be getting the rest of these guys soon, but I'll try getting the Roarivores first, and then the Wave 2 attack packs. So let's waste no time and get this guy out of its packaging. Now, here's the Herrerasaurus out of her packaging. Now, I have to say, this looks like a pretty nice figure. But compared to some of Mattel's other dinosaurs in this line, it's definitely not the most appealing. But let's take a look at it. See, like compared to the Wave 1 attack packs, the detailing, this is actually a step up. Because the detailings on the Wave 1 attack packs, they were okay, but there wasn't much scale detailing. But this is definitely better. You see the detailings on the tail right there. See all the skin folds and the lines. And all these visible scales on the torso and on the legs too. You can see the musculature in the legs. And the detailing on their oversized feet. See all these nice sculpted scales right here. It's basically the same on the other side too. Got the detailing on the torso, the legs, and the tail. And for the fingers, you can see some lines on there. Looks pretty nice. And I think in reality, Herrerasaurus had this vestigial finger right here. So it's nice that Mattel added that. Probably the most amount of detailing is the head sculpt. And it does kind of look like a Spinosaur. But, we know that Herrerasaurus is not a Spinosaur. But you can see all the nice detailing on the skull. Like, yeah, it's shrink wrapped, but what do you expect? It's a clone dinosaur from Jurassic Park. See all the outlines of the skull openings right here, and then the ridges, and these nicely sculpted teeth right here. Each are nicely individually sculpted, and I don't see any defects or splotches on them, so that's really nice. Great job right there, Mattel. And you see a pink mouth in there. You see a nicely sculpted tongue. But sorry, because of the shadows, you can't really see the upper part of the mouth. But yeah, it's pink up there too. So that's it for detailing. Detailing, very nice. Definitely better than most of the Wave 1 attack packs. So let's go into articulation now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of articulation. Your basic dinosaur articulation. And actually, this one has it has an articulated tail, which is something the Wave 1 attack packs didn't have. So it's nice that they added an articulated tail to their attack packs. So paint job. The paint job is what really drew me to this figure. For one, because red is my favorite color, and also the red color scheme along with the brown striping up here. This is based off the Herrerasaurus from Jurassic Park the game. Because the Jurassic Park the game Herrerasaurus, it was red with some striping on top. The one in the game had like brown striping that was on the tail and on the face as well. But this one has a more of a purple color striping. And like also the Herrerasaurus from that game also had like a cream color underbelly, but this one's just red though. I wish they were to at least add, like, in a color for the underbelly, but it's fine. You see, there's also an orange eye with the black pupil, and then white teeth, and of course a pink mouth. So that's it for paint job. Paint job is really nice. It's actually one of the best paint jobs I've ever seen. Actually, most appealing paint jobs in my opinion. So now let's go to overall look at the sculpt. Mattel did a fairly good job at replicating the Jurassic Park the game Herrerasaurus, even though, as you can see, the head seems a little too big. It's mostly because the jaw articulation, it's like right here, because since the jaw articulation is like the part where the jaw moves, since it's right here, it makes the neck looks a little shorter. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about, but if they made the jaw they made this joint like right here, then the neck would have looked a little longer and a little better. But excluding that, the Jurassic Park the game Herrerasaurus, it was kind of like leaning down a little bit, and it had a hump near the posterior or near the hips, is what this figure has right here. So nice job, Mattel. Also, the Herrerasaurus from that game also had a thin tail, which this Herrerasaurus has too. So yeah, like I said, Mattel did a pretty good job at replicating the Jurassic Park the game Herrerasaurus. So yeah, overall, this figure is great in my opinion. Most people are probably not a fan of it, but I personally really like it. So let's get into the comparisons. First, let's do the obvious. Battle damage Herrerasaurus. Of course, there's some minor differences in the sculpt. See, this one has a tail that's straight out. This one is a little curved. But yeah, everything else seems to be the same. The feet, the hands, the skulls. Of course, this one has ball joints and the battle damage feature, while this one doesn't. But as you can see, this one on the battle damage Herrerasaurus, it has like a flat belly right here, while this one has like a more barrel-shaped torso right here. Let me pull both of them. You can see the differences in the belly. This one like having the barrel-shaped torso looks actually much better. So yeah, overall, both of these are nice figures, but for me, the paint, for this figure, the paint job just, ruins the look of the figure. It's really drab and boring. This one is much better, but I still like this figure, though. Next up, let's just bring out 2 more attack packs. Of course, let's bring out Attack Pack Blue. Yeah, these two look pretty compatible next to each other. And of course, we got the Dimorphodon. And I thought the Dimorphodon was going to be my favorite attack pack, but I actually think this Herrerasaurus. This one has a pretty boring paint job, and this one has a much better paint job and more impressive detailing. Next up, let's bring out Superposable Indoraptor. And as you can see, Indoraptor's looking pretty big here. Next up, let's bring out Action Attack Carnotaurus and Roarvor's Baryonyx. As you can see, these all look compatible next to each other. They all 3 of these figures have great detailing, and the color schemes on the Carnotaurus and the Herrerasaurus actually look very similar. I just wish this one had at least striping on the face or a white underbelly, but it's fine. These, from the range so far, these are each of my favorites right now. Yeah, that is it for this review. This is the Mattel Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Wave 2 Attack Pack Herrerasaurus. I do recommend you picking up this figure. So far, they're available at Walmart, is where I got mines, and I think Target should have them in stock soon. Yeah, 8 out of 10 for this Herrerasaurus. I really like it. So, if you like this video, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next review.